You see the benefits.
Oh, hello, Deirdre. We're having a bit
Hello,
of
good
a laugh.
morning.
We're having a bit of a laugh, but thank you so much for agreeing to talk about the CPHT Hypnotherapy and Practice Diploma.
No problem.
Tell me, what got you interested in the course in the first place?
Well, that's an interesting story because I didn't really have any knowledge of hypnotherapy, let alone solution focused hypnotherapy, really, before I signed up to the course. It was a real leap of faith, which was totally unlike me at the time. But my backstory was that I'd come from, I have four children. I had a very busy full time job previous to this. I suffered from loads of health conditions over a couple of years. Realized eventually, to cut a long story short, that it was kind of stress related and decided to leave my job. So, which was huge because it was a big career commitment that that I had been involved in for a lot of years. So anyway, quit the job and spent lovely July with all of my children and a wee bit of August with my children and researching because I wanted to find something, some kind of a course that would take me into therapy. I always had this idea of a whole person type therapy. There must be somewhere that someone can go that just treats the person specifically, right, with all of their issues. So I had been Googling nonstop, looking up courses, couldn't find anything. Husband said to me one morning, there must be something out there that, have you not found anything? I says, just nothing. It's just clicking, just hitting the right spot. He literally typed something into Google and said, what about hypnotherapy? And I went, oh, that's it. I went, that's what, and I'm never that certain about anything. And he said, well, maybe we'll just type. And I said, no, that's it. I just knew. And the first school that happened to come up was CPHT. And I phoned straight away. I might have emailed actually straight away inquiring about the course. And I think I had an interview the next day. There was one position left in the course that was starting in like a couple of weeks' time. So, and it was completely open. I'd had hypnotherapy like a number of years prior to that for just a one-off session, I think, or maybe two, for fear of flying. And I'd had that, but I just kind of had it, never thought anything more about it, didn't know anything about the brain or about the subconscious. I've always had an interest in human behavior ever since I was a small child, I think, and through my teens. I've always been really interested in human behavior, but studied psychology as part of my modules, as part of my other degree, my previous degree. I just never really found it that interesting, in relation to human behavior. So when I started the course then, of course, with a Clough practice, then it was like an introduction to this whole new world of the subconscious and neuroscience and how everything just came together so lovely. Yeah.
And what impact did that course have on you, and what did you like most about that course?
Changed my life.
Oh.
Changed my life, changed my family's life, now my client's life. Like I just find it absolutely, you can't impress, you can't explain it in words how much it changes. And it just kind of progressively, it's not like the first course weekend, it's suddenly this sort of, but it's this progressive, as you move through the weekends, you get more and more excited about everything that you're learning. It's like building blocks, literally building up to this kind of where you just don't know what you're going to find out the following weekend. So it's a combination of course, learning about the brain and neuroscience, hearing case studies, and then particularly whenever other therapists, that are training in the course start working with clients and coming together every month and talking about, how clients are progressing. Even at the earliest stage, it's just groundbreaking. It just changed your life. But it's given me tools in my own life that I can use, not only for myself, but for my children and pass on to, just conversationally, even to people around me. But yeah, just absolutely life changing. Best thing I ever did.
Brilliant. And so since graduating in 2020, what's life been like as a practicing hypnotherapist?
It's been interesting. So, 2020, the pandemic hit, didn't it? But, I was, as you know, we started seeing clients before that, and I had always seen a good number of clients because I didn't have another job. I was able to see loads, and I was hungry to see loads of clients. So, I seen loads kind of during as I was studying. And then when we started charging, then I already had a good number of clients on the books. So I had the name for my practice already picked the first course weekend. I remember sort of it just popped on and just decided that was going to be the name, Breeze Hypnotherapy. So I got to work with my sister-in-law who's marketing. She set up a website for me. And as we move through then into COVID and lockdown, that should, I suppose, be a challenge for anybody setting up a new business, but it really wasn't. And I was really, I suppose in the beginning, I was a bit anxious about working with clients online because I hadn't done a lot of it. Most of the people that I'd seen previous to that were face to face. But when I started then having to work with clients online, it was brilliant. It was so effective, so comfortable, and just got used to it so very quickly. And it opened up a whole new world. I've been able to work with clients all over the world, you know, in Australia, in America, in France, in England, you know. So it opened up the market for me actually doing that. So what should have been sort of this big crisis actually turned into an opportunity, and have just been building on that ever since. And doing wee bits of marketing, but enjoyable marketing, you know, popping wee bits in social media and putting out the business cards and stuff like that. And obviously have the website going. But nothing beats word of mouth.
No, that's very true. That's very true. No, it's an amazing career. Thank you so much for your input. I'm hoping it will help somebody else make a wise step forward. But
So.
thank you. And keep up the good work, girl.
Thanks, Nicola.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, bye, bye.